John K. Techhead here. I'm in Greece. Tomorrow I'm leaving back to Berlin for a short period of time. I will check out what is happening with my records that I ship them here. And I think it's a good idea to do a video. I'm not gonna show you lots of records, but if I'm not gonna do this video after when I will return, I'll bring some records, and I'm sure I have to do a monstrous videos to share the stuff that I'm buying, and it's better to try to keep it as short as possible. The background record with which it was a blind buy, almost like a blind buy. Greek pressing of Billy Goban, a funky side of things. I just needle dropped it in a record shop, and it's a highly recommended record actually. Kind of funky blaxploitation soundtrack. It's not a soundtrack, but check it out. Billy Goban, a funky tide of things. Name of this record that is playing in the background. I have lots of jazz, bossa nova, Latin as usual, and I've got some records that I was in a record shop the other day, and I asked the guy, just give me 2 good records from the 60s garage era. I want to, explore and open my horizons to other genres of music too. And the guy brought me those 2, which I can highly recommend it to you if you like garage music from the 60s, or you want to explore something new. This one, the reissue of The Music Machine, Turn On, the name of the LP. Simply fantastic, straight, dirty garage from the 60s. I mean, highly recommended record. I'm not a garage expert or something, but I can highly recommend you this record from The Music Machine. I gave it a listen the other day, and it really made my afternoon. Music that you definitely need to drink beer with. Because sometimes I'm spinning lots of jazz and lots of funk and lots of electronic, and I want to, change my mood and refresh my musical brain. My personal opinion, I bought 2 garage records, and this is the best one. 500 copies only. This is actually a compilation from the band. From singles that they never been released on album, and this is highly recommended. Garage with some blues instruments. Through and Visions 1967 to 69 by the Liberty Bell. I have to needle drop a little bit this record. Hope I'm not killing your time. Also comes with an insert. Give me a second. 500 copies limited edition, and this is very nice garage with lots of bluesy, not only bluesy, but lots of bluesy sounds on it. Fantastic record, really. background. Maybe a couple of more. This is more, you know, inspired from the Beatles or something. I mean, this track, because it's a compilation. Amazing record, really. Not my cup of tea, but when you're hearing records like this from the first time, you want to explore the genre. That's what I asked the guy in the record shop, and that's why I think shopping from record stores and not only online is something that helps you a lot to spread your musical horizons. Yeah. In this point, I want you to remind you that my 200 subscribers contest is going on. Check out the video. I will share with you my personal dub baptism record. I've got the test pressings, by the way. They sound fantastic. They're going to be released on the official release, I mean on blue-gray vinyl, which I'm gonna share a copy with the winner. I'm gonna send him the EP personally. I want to ask you two questions. Which is the first, well, not the first, which is the most expensive record that you buy? I mean, the most money spent to buy a record. And the second question is, which is the most valuable, most expensive record in your collection? That doesn't have to be the same record, or it can be the same. I mean, it's up to you. I was digging in the record shop 2 days ago, and I found this in front of me. Original copy of Blue Note, Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers mosaic. Not in the best condition, but I really don't care. You can't find easily Blue Note originals in Europe, and I scored this with 15 euros. I also got the reissue. I bought it like I bought it in the record store day. It's still sealed, the 75 Blue Note reissues. I'm gonna sell this, so if anybody is interested, I've got a copy sealed. Send me a message. This is the first copy. I'm expanding my Blue Note collections, which is, by the way, I want to do a Blue Note video for a contest in the vinyl community. I also got lots of verbs, so I don't know what I will do after all. One more jazz record that I found the other day. This is Kenny Barrell's Guitar Forms out on Verve. Gatefold. I think this is a Greek copy. Not sure, let me check. Yeah, made in Greece. This is the Greek Verve Records pressing for Kenny Barrell's Guitar Forms. Musically, Kenny Barrell is a jazz guitar player. In this record, he's exploring lots of different styles of guitar playing. And personally, I believe that is one of my favorite, not my favorite, but one of my favorite Kenny Barrell records so far, that from the ones that I hear, at least. Highly recommend it. Kenny Barrell, if you like guitar jazz, check this thing out on Verve Records. Also bought this Music on Vinyl reissue. I wanted an original, but it's not easy to find, so you know, 100% classic instrumental guitar and organ funk by Booker T and the MGs. I mean, those guys had some fantastic records. This is a very nice one, my personal favorite by them so far. Green Onions, which was a big hit in the 60s actually. The Music on Vinyl reissue sounds pretty good, so I grabbed it. I also bought this one from Booker T and the MGs. Give me a moment because I have some problems with my laptop. Yeah, okay. which is also good. They got some covers here, but personally I prefer the Green Onions records. Yeah. Continuing, I found this very cheap fun record. Not in the best condition, but vintage jazz. Really like the cover here. Gucci's Cocktail by Xavier Cugat and his orchestra. All the tracks are names with different cocktails, and it's really, good vintage jazz cocktail music. Something that, lots of people can't appreciate it, I think, even if they're not jazz fans. They are easy listening records that, just give you the cocktail mood. Flea market find, I found this one very cheap, not in the best condition, but I know it's not very easy to find it nowadays. John Carpenter's The End, the famous track from the Assault on the Precinct 13 soundtrack. Two versions here. Yeah, maybe I will keep this playing in the background. It's disco with 80s space sounds on it. Yeah, I will keep this playing in the background so you can have an idea. John Carpenter, one of my favorite soundtrack composers. Continuing, record store day find. I didn't bought it in the record store day, but I found a copy some days after. Yeah, Sunra's Planet of Life or Death. The edition with the wrong cover, limited to 1,000, I think, copies. Lights on a Satellite is on side A, so this is a mistake, which is one way is making this record even more interesting. Musically, I'm not a Sandra specialist. This is my first Sandra record, believe it or not. I didn't have the time to listen to it completely. I just needle dropped it for some seconds, and it sounded really strange, especially on the second side, because they are making space instruments, space noises with organ instruments. But this is Sandra, you can't really go wrong with him. A Bossa Nova find. Jazz Samba by Stan Getz and Charlie Bird. Original copy, US copy, gatefold on Verve Records. This is an original. If you want two albums by Stan Getz, it's the classic Bossa Nova album. Let me find it here. It's somewhere here. I think I showed it in some videos ago. Yeah. So if you want two albums by Stan Getz, his Bossa Nova style is this one, and of course this one, the classic Stan Gilberto record with the girl from Ipanema. I just listened to this record, lots of famous songs, well, everything is well known in this record. So yeah, I guess it's a Bossa Nova classic. I've got two more records to show you, at least I think. Lots of stuff, really. Yeah, this is a soundtrack, cheap one, and it was pretty good. The staple singers, the music was composed by Curtis Mayfield, so you got the idea. Let's do it together. Cheap find. I enjoyed this a lot, and I'm sharing it with you. One more record, also Latin. One of the best Ray Barretto's records, actually. This is a reissue, of course. Saranga Moderna, Ray Barretto, Yusu Orchestra. I will need to drop it for some seconds because some people they are getting confused with Bossa Nova and the 100% Latin Cuban, music. I mean, I'm proposing lots of Latin stuff in my videos, and I want you to understand what I mean by 100% Latin summaries records. Hope YouTube will not bust me for the needle drops. Yeah, this was a pretty good listen. If you like Latin stuff, I mean this kind of music, which is very good because here in Greece it's getting summer already and it's very humid and too hot. I mean, you got the idea. And I'm gonna keep it short. I'm not gonna show any more records. Tomorrow I'm leaving to Berlin and I'm gonna get even more from there. So hopefully I'm gonna see you soon. Thank you for everybody that replied to my contest so far. Love you all and keep on listening to great music on vinyl, of course. Cheers, VC.